lady. And Margaret Liss, who has been the Cerebus Fan Girl for so long now. How long has she been the Cerebus Fan Girl for so long now that I'm starting to wonder if she'll ever become a Cerebus Fan woman? Yeah. I think she might go right from Cerebus Fan Girl to Cerebus Fan Grandma. So in the notebook post for Thursday, I asked this: hey, Ron, Matt, boss man, could you ask Dave if he just signed this in July of 2012 and it was actually drawn earlier, or if it was drawn in 2012 and used elsewhere in reference to this? And I see the reproduction there. Yes, that was drawn earlier. That was me doing the extremely old Cerebus, but not the just last day Cerebus. Just going, okay, Cerebus is going to get older and start putting on weight in places that he doesn't want to put on weight, and start sagging in places that he doesn't want to sag. And what will that look like? And this was me basically doing it as a nude. I believe this is on tracing paper. And basically, let's take this drawing where he's nude and then figure out, okay, what is his clothing going to look like on top of it? Actually, this says the last day, but I think it was an early drawing where I was going, okay, I want this to be plausible, but the further along that I got with it, the more I went, no, this isn't old Cerebus or really old Cerebus. As Margaret says, old Cerebus in the notebooks. He's the last day Cerebus. This is his last day of being alive. So this is the maximum erosion in his physical attributes that he's going to be. So at that point, why aren't there any sketches of old Cerebus in the notebooks? Was because I went, in order for him to look that old, last day old, I think I just have to freeform cartoon and just say, okay, you as long as all of the parts are there, you're just going to put as many wrinkles and as many sags and have the limbs as withered as possible. Like you can see from the arm here, it's not really withered. It's sagging. The bicep is sagging, and the tendon that goes from the upper arm to the chest is becoming far more pronounced than the actual armpit. That was, one way of thinking of it. But as you can see, I just went to town on the last day and went, no, this is the same as Sergio doesn't pencil his stuff, because it's Sergio. You know where everything needs to roughly go. You're just going to get rid of the spontaneity that you're looking for by penciling it ahead of time. Just dip your pen and just start going to town. So that's the answer to those two sides of that question. Then our old friend Jason Trimmer. Yes, I hope